Hey, it's Hakeem again, here at Experience Aviation with Rackeish Boota, one of the first Experience Aviation members. So Rackeish, what have you been up to?
Hey Hakeem, just been working. As you mentioned before, I was one of the first members of Experience Aviation, and now today I'm proud to say that I'm an air traffic controller for the Federal Aviation Administration.
Um, have you always been interested in air traffic controlling?
Well, when I was younger and knowing Barrington, we always wanted to be pilots, and he continued to flourish in that endeavor while I was more into sports. And for a while, I went and branched out doing different things, working at different jobs, and finally, I got back into aviation and not wanting to become a pilot anymore. I decided to explore the option of air traffic control. At which that point, I spoke to Barrington Irvin about that. He led me in the right directions. Showed me a few people who I needed to talk to and needed to meet. And from there, I was able to do my research. I went to Broward College, graduated in 2010 with my air traffic control CTI degree. And since then, I've now picked up a job working at Fort Lauderdale Executive Airport as an air traffic controller.
You mentioned that you're originally into the sports after high school. Uh, what what would you say rekindled your flame for air traffic control?
Well, the truth be told, I got into real estate shortly after high school, and I was making some pretty decent money into real estate. And at which point, as we all know, the real estate housing market crashed, and at that point, it was time to find something else to do, something more stable, something more concrete, something that I know would be beneficial for me. So at that point is when I looked back into getting into the aviation industry.
Um, at the Experience Aviation program, we try to enforce STEM, science, technology, engineering, mathematics.
Okay.
How do you use that in your day-to-day job?
Well, let's see. Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics is very important, very key in our air traffic control environment. Without those aspects, those elements, we won't be able to keep the national air system as safe as it is. Um, the technology that we use, the radar scopes, every aspect of it, you know what I mean? We're able to keep aircraft separated. We're able to tell them what the altimeter is to keep them out of any conflicts with any trees or any mountains or the water. From there, pilots are able to determine what altitude they need to fly at, where they need to be. Mathematics, it's all quick mathematic computation that we have to go through in our heads. We see an airplane flying at a certain knots, flying faster than maybe another aircraft. We need to know quickly what can we do, what can we compute in our minds to say, all right, this guy needs to turn, this guy needs to descend, this guy needs to climb in order to keep those guys safe and away from each other.
So, Rackeish, how do you feel about the the Experience Aviation program right now?
Experience Aviation is a great tool. It's one of, I think it's a great program for any student, anyone interested in aviation, learning about it, all aspects of it, whether it's avionics or power plants, whatever the situation may be. The math aspects of aviation, the science aspects of aviation. I think this program that Barrington has put together is a great program for all students, male or female, and it's a great learning, environment. What Barrington and his staff here at Experience Aviation has put together is something that should be in every city across the nation.